Hi, I'm Chenxi from Dr. Povinelli's group. My research project is about optical absorption enhancement in nanotextured silicon thin film solar cells. So a solar cell is a device that converts instant sunlight into electricity. So the energy conversion efficiency depends strongly on the optical absorption inside the semiconductor film. So in conventional silicon solar cells, due to the fact that silicon is an indirect bandgap material which doesn't absorb the light very well, a thick film is usually required. So our research goal is to see how we can absorb more light within a smaller material volume. If we can do that, then we can design next generation solar cell with a lower cost as well as high efficiency. So the approach we're going to take here is we can pattern the semiconductor film at the submicron scale. So there are two ways of patterning the film. We can do either periodic patterning as well as aperiodic patterning. So we focus on the optical properties of the solar cells. We carry out optical modeling for various structures. So the first step is we can obtain the absorption spectrum by numerically solving the Maxwell equations. In specific, we use parallel transfer matrix method run on our HPCC supercomputer. And after we obtain the absorption spectrum, we can integrate this spectrum throughout the solar spectrum weighted by the instant solar radiation. And then we can obtain this figure of merit called ultimate efficiency. So we study the performance of the structure as a function of the structural parameters, such as the lattice constant, the interwire spacing, as well as the feeding ratios, which is the area fraction occupied by single nanowire in a unit cell. So the main results we obtained is this ultimate efficiency plot, which shows the ultimate efficiency as a function of lattice constant for various feeding ratios. So we can see that for fixed feeding ratio, the ultimate efficiency increase as a function of a lattice constant up to 600 to 700 nanometer and finally decreases. So the main point here is by choosing the appropriate design, we can make nanostructured array more absorptive than a planar film, as well as a planar film cultivates a single layer anti-reflection coating. So in order to understand why we plot the absorption as a function of energy for various nanowire with the same feeding ratio by increasing lattice constant. So we can see that by increasing lattice constant, we can get an overall spectral shift towards the low frequency range where silicon doesn't absorb well. And when the lattice constant is large enough, then we can excite many absorption enhancement peaks in the lower frequency range, which further increase the optical absorption. So the next topic is, do aperiodic structure enhance the optical absorption further? And if the answer is yes, can we intentionally design such a structure with a very high performance? So here's our trial. We start from some initial periodic structure, and we run a random walk optimization on such structure. So our goal is to maximize the absorption efficiency by adjusting the position of individual wires. After 1,000 iterations, here's the configuration we obtained. Such configuration can exhibit a 135% increase in the ultimate efficiency compared to its periodic counterpart. And if we examine the absorption spectrum, we found that it actually mimics the periodic array with a very large lattice constant. So to conclude, we found there are two ways to enhance the optical absorption inside a very thin semiconductor film. One way is to choose periodic patterning with optimized structure parameters, and the other way is to use aperiodic patterning, which hold the promise for further increased optical absorption. We are also seeking for experimental verification of our optical modeling as well as optimal design results. Thank you.